Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Your Music Live here on Studio Live today, brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. Let's do it.
Your music, your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live.
Yes, we are back for yet another episode of Your Music Live here on Studio Live today, brought to you by DistroKid. If you're an independent artist looking to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, you name it, DistroKid can hook you up. For less than $20 per year, you can release an unlimited amount of music. And here's the even better thing. If you're a new DistroKid user, 7% off your first year using the link down in the description. Let's crack on, shall we? Because we got a metric ton of songs to get through here today, and we're going to kick off with someone who many of you already know, and I know many of you all love, and that is our man Gary Hubbs. Yes, we're going to kick it up to Canada. I thought in honor of the 4th of July weekend, let's go to Canada, shall we? But no, we will go to Canada because, of course, the Montreal Canadiens are battling it out in the Stanley Cup finals at the moment with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Gary Hubbs is battling it out with GarageBand, creating some epic metal. And he has a new track here called Unrelenting, and we're going to play it in an unrelenting way right here, right now on Your Music Live. Rock on. How do you turn down Gary Hubbs? I know, when he's mid-spit. Well, we do it because that's how we roll on this show. We don't give it to you all. That would be too much. We give you a taste. The first taste is free. And then you go and you check it out. Because what I do throughout the show is I put links to every song we play down in the description. So your job afterwards is to go through and say, hey, I dug that new Hubs track. I dug the new Russ track. I dug that new Jade Star track. And then you go and you check them out. And if you like what you hear, you subscribe to the channel. If you don't, you just politely move on. But that's okay too. Remember, it's like a licorice all sort. No, that's a bad example. It's like a bag of mixed lollies. You're not going to like every one, but chances are good that you're going to like at least some. Bad analogy, Pete. We're off to a flying start with the bad analogies, but hopefully that woke you up. Definitely woke me up here on a Saturday morning. It's a Friday afternoon for you if you are in the east coast of the US or the west coast. It's the earlier afternoon, and it's the evening time if you're in London or the UK. And I shout out to all of you. I hope you're all doing well. This is my favourite couple of hours of the week, just quietly, because I get to sit back and listen to your music. By the way, I didn't say, but what Gary said was another new metal song for the quest for a full-length album in 2021. Nothing really new here. iRig Pro Duo IO, the GarageBand iOS on the iPad. These riffs have been hanging around for a full year. It feels good to finish the song. Didn't feel so great recording vocals in 30-degree heat at midnight, but the show must go on. Go Habs. It's weird hearing people in Canada saying, oh, it's the 30 degrees, eh? I'm like, wow, I didn't know Canada got hot. But it shows what I know. And happy Canada Day. Brad and Mark and others pointed out that Canada Day was the 1st of July. So there you go. I'll put that in my memory banks just so that I can forget about it again by this time next year. Let's move on. We've got a track here from Chris Constanzo, who says, this song was written and performed by myself with GB user group Mieva Dom Torregosa, providing a killer guitar solo. There you go. Let's see if we make it to the solo, shall we? This is Chris Costanzo with a track called Driving Away. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Driving away from everything that you are. You got into me like an infectious disease. I wanted to go but didn't know how to leave. Now I'm running out and I'm going real far. I'm smoking the tires like a big old cigar. This time I'm not turning around. See me light up the road as I'm flying hellbound. The tires are smoking, my foot's made of lead. Driving into the sunset and out of your head.
Well, there you go. We got half a guitar solo. That's about the best you can hope for here on Your Music Live. Yeah, what a good solo that was, though. An absolute face melter. As I've said a bunch of times, I'm not a shredder and I'm not a fan of shredding. But when it's in the right song, in the right context, it's amazing. Just don't be that guy at the guitar shop just sitting there shredding on a Fender that you're never going to buy. But yeah, I know we had a guitar solo sighting, a solo on YML. I know if you put it close enough to the start of the song. See, that was the key there. Is that Chris put the solo in at like 1 minute, so it actually got played. So there you go. Tip for you for future, which is to get your solos in early, people. I'm going to try and talk as little as possible and play more music at least to start the show. Don't worry, I'll start ranting and yelling at clouds later. But we're going to move on here and play a tune over in Slaps, because Slaps.com, as you may be aware if you've watched the show before, or if you just know about DistroKid, Slaps.com is DistroKid's, I'm going to say, answer to SoundCloud. It's like SoundCloud without all the additional bells and whistles that you don't actually even want. So it is a community-based file song sharing platform. And if you're not already using Slaps, and especially if you haven't released your music yet, it's a great place to showcase your music, put your demos up there, put your older songs up there, get people to get in and comment and listen to your tunes. And our man Al, Night Train 1988, has a new tune, and it's called Brother. Al says, this is the second release from my upcoming album. The track is pure synthwave. So there you go. We've melted your face off, and now we're going to synthwave it up. The song is about two brothers who are very close growing up. Then the older brother moves away. Recorded in GarageBand on iPad Pro. Please pray that it works. Please play from 25 seconds in, which again, because of the awesomeness that is Slaps, we can easily do that. Here you go. We're here in Slaps. We'll line it up there at the 25-second mark, and we're going to hit play. Let's press play on tape and take a listen to Brother from Night Train 1988 on Your Music Live. Brother, is that a good jam, right? See what I did there? Because brother. Great job there from Al Night Train, 1988. And yeah, I can't keep up. I just can't keep up with all the great comments there. So everyone loving it and really digging it big time, including this man here, Mark, Kronk Song Lovell. And if you think you've never heard a Kronk Song tune, think again, because the opening of every show is a Kronk Song tune. Yes, he's the creator of the YML, the Your Music Live theme song, as well as GarageBand Weekly theme song, mind you. And we're going to play a Kronk Song tune. That wasn't just me smart word playing, because apparently I good talk thing. But we're going to play a Kronk Song tune. And Mark says, got a bit of country on this one. Inspired by the current travel restrictions, clicking through holiday destinations online and wondering when we'll be able to actually visit places again. Rock a Doodle Doo from Mark. So let's play this little Rock a Doodle Doo timed tune, and because it's SoundCloud, it's auto played. Let's just refresh that. There's a good tip for young players. If you just refresh the page, SoundCloud will go back to the start of the track, and it won't be there. Now Mark is the master of the 2-minute YML mix, so I give him the respect of playing all 2 minutes if his song is 2 minutes long. So sit back and relax and enjoy this one. In Pictures, Mark, Kronk Song Lovell on Your Music Live. We did have this last week, didn't we? We did have this last week. Well, we'll turn that down a little bit. I was like, that looks really familiar, that album artwork. I'll let that play there for you, because I'm pretty sure that I've just got the wrong track here. And didn't we get something new from your Kronk song? If we didn't, I apologise. We'll just play a little bit more of this. This is to professionalism. I promise there's only water in this cup. See, this is what happens when I don't mark off my songs correctly. Or did I miss one from before? I think I'm out of order here. We may have to. Yeah, maybe I don't. So there you go. Just have another listen to this one. It's a good enough song, yeah.
Take anything with us. Come sun or rain, it's so hard to contain the excitement of being with you.
Enjoy that sweet guitar sound. One more time. There you go. So I have marked it off now, and I should have remembered that. I should have remembered that from last week. But you know what? It happens. Yep. Mistakes make you better. And listening to more Kronk song can't be a bad thing. Exactly. Worth another spin, because the guitars are good. If you're not following Kronk song, you have to follow like 3 different sounds. He's such a prolific creator. You have to follow 3 different SoundClouds just to get there. Exactly. Yep, worth a second play. So nice, we played it twice. Spot on. You know what? Because we're getting a little bit country, are there any Arnie G fans in the house? Because I got some special news for you, and that is that Arnie G has a new tune. And I deliberately haven't listened to it. I trust Arnie G so much that I haven't listened to it. I haven't preempted it. I haven't even listened to one bar, which sounds bad, doesn't it? But it's actually a good thing, because I wanted to save it for right here, right now. Arnie G, who is, of course, Gertrude, she says that this song has no deeper meaning or hidden agenda. It's purely meant to be fun and perhaps make you tap your feet ever so slightly. It's the first time I mixed all the individual stems of drums, and the first time mixing a fiddle. There you go. Vocals done at home this time, and all done in GarageBand on my iPhone. Thanks to Martin Hammer and Patrick Chandler for lending their ears for the final mix. Their input was just what I needed. See, I love that. I love it when the community comes together. You know that Patrick Chandler of the Chandler Brothers and Martin Hammer, one of my wonderful patrons, as well as an amazing musician and creator. When I hear that those people are helping out other members of the community, it makes me feel super happy. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? We'll turn up the volume. We'll jump on over here to the YouTubes. And this is called Wrong Side of the Weekend by Bertrude Cotino, a.k.a. Arnie G. Takes away, Arnie G. Let's go all the way to Nashville.
It
Anyone else feel like going? I'm pretty sure if it makes you want to say yeehaw, it is 100% a good country vibe. Very nicely done there. Yeah, love the key change in there. Absolutely, vocal harmonies are out of bounds, and I love the simple view there. Like your video production just looks so pro, Arnie G. And I know that Gertrude uses LumaFusion and GarageBand, and that's testament to the fact that you don't need all the gear and you don't need all the stuff and you don't need to spend a lot of time and a lot of money, a lot of energy. Just get it done. Just do it. And great stuff. And I know everyone's booing me now because I turned down Arnie G. But it just means that you need to go down to the description, because remember, I do all the hard work for you. We play the songs, I play the songs here, and then all you need to do is go down below at the end of the show, and you can pick up all the links and have yourself an after party. Grab an after party and do that. All right, let's jump in and grab some more tunes, shall we? So let's grab this one from Benjamin Virgo, who says, made this in GB. It was experimenting using a bunch of apps. I just bought the iFretless bass and also wanted to use a lot of the virtual features inside GarageBand. So I know that there's many of you are GarageBand users and love listening to a GarageBand creation. So we're going to listen to this one, and it is called Destiny, and it's from Benjamin Virgo from what looks like a Comedy of Errors EP or album, a release there. So let's turn this one up. Benjamin Virgo, Destiny on Your Music Live. How nice is that? Just quietly. Yeah, I know. We've taken you from hubs, we've taken you from face-melting metal to a smooth country, and now to some chilled beats. But yeah, really nice production. And yeah, if you're listening on headphones or good speakers, you'd hear the panning on that was amazing. It just, yeah, you could just imagine laying back and just listening to that late at night as like a bit of a chilled wind-down song, and it just being boom, 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 bouncing around a little bit. Yeah, I think Dr. Zorders says it well. Yeah, floating with this one. Exactly. Very floaty kind of sounds. Righty. Yeah, well mixed and sounds really good. Yeah, by the way, if you are wondering how to submit a song, there is a link down in the description. So you just go to studiolivetoday.com/YML, and someone asking about profanity. Look, if profanity is used like well, and I mean that by it's not just F this, F that, F you, F me, but if sometimes it just needs to be in there. So we're kind of PG-13, sort of up to M15 here. If you're pushing the R boundaries, then yeah, we probably won't give it a spin, because yeah, we just want to keep it, I wouldn't say family friendly, but just keep it kind and keep it on the down low. No, that's not the right words. Let's move on to our next track, shall we? We still have Destiny up there. There we go. So we'll move on to this one. Now this is from Welton Kinder. Is that German for something? German for something children? Maybe. So what they say is a nice calibration in the chime of the C word, the word we can't say. So let's give this one a tune. Oh, we got a kitty on the beach. So this looks like a bit of fun. This is from Welton Kinder. It is called Hope, and we're going to play it on Your Music Live.
despair as our courage laid on bleeding, and dark clouds were in the air. When the lies were told as truths, respect and dignity far off, only thoughts of happier times were soothing, and for suffering was only ignorance and scar. I see the open arms of future and jump into the head to fly.
Really dig that. Yeah, very cool song, very cool message there. Yeah, a bit of a U2 kind of vibe there. Yeah, a little bit of Euro rock 80s style, but then with a bit of a like 90s rock twist. I don't know. I like it a lot. Yeah, really like the way the vocals were processed. Exactly. U2 meets Killers. There you go, Frigsy. That's a good one. Yeah, really good. Thank you for sharing that one. Yeah, great drum tone. Exactly. With a song like that, what am I doing? With a song like that, yeah, there's so much going on that it can be hard to. It'll need a few plays to really get to get the vibe of it, which you can do because once again you can jump down to the description and check it out. And you can check out this song too. So this is from Ramses Oros, who says, so it's just a beat or instrumental, but it was fully produced on my phone using GarageBand. And we know that we love it when people produce beats and songs on their phones using GarageBand, because GarageBand is awesome. So it is, this is a... Again, I can very rarely read what we've actually got there. It is there. We'll go boom. Firescription, bright colours. I got there. Let's give this one a spin anyway here on Your Music Live. That's a very cool beat. I'm going to resist the urge. I'm going to try and resist the urge this week to not sing over the top, mostly because that beat sounded like it would be just be a cool instrumental. I don't think it needs any of me. Critter Jason says, I just set up my 15-inch speakers, and this is perfect. 15 inches. I got my 3.5-inch Persona sitting here on the desk. 15 inch. That would be like boom. That would be boom, boom, shake the room kind of thing going on there. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that one. Let's grab a track from Magic Sponge, because we've played a few Magic Sponge, Perry Richards, the Perry combo, and we're going to play this tune which they've submitted. So if you've been watching the last few weeks, Magic Sponge have put in a bunch of cool tunes, and this one they've said produced by Dave Allen, written by Perry Richards, also known as Magic Sponge. That's all we got, so that's all you get, but it is called Svengali of Watford. We're going to give it a spin here on Your Music Live.
whatever you want to, baby. Do whatever you want to do. Who am I to play Lord Protector for someone as bright as you? There's a man with an easy smile. He's standing stage left of you. He's casting for his production, and you just came walking into his view. Up, 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 up and away. Yeah. Singing up, 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 up and away.
Very cool from the Magic Sponge there again. A bit of a rockin' track going on there. Yeah, Mike Edjo does want his studio back. Yeah, I wanted to thank. I didn't mean to mention that earlier, Jade. I wanted to thank Mike from Creative Source. I borrowed his studio. Very distinctive. That's because he does cool things like the purple lights and the fans with the RGBs and the things in his computer. Yeah, he spends a lot more time on the aesthetics of things. So I steal with pride, and I'll say go check out Mike over at Creative Source. He is also a DistroKid user, and as is Jade Starr, who's pointed out the fact that I've stolen Mike's background. Your studio's looking pretty good now, Jade. I might have to steal your studio background for a future show. Yeah. Someone was commenting that I said my 3.5-inch PreSonus, not what did I say about PG-13? All right, yeah. Frinksy says we're going to congratulate on the KRKs. Yeah, no, not mine. They're mics. I think they're the Rocket 8s. I think that Mike rocks. Yeah, no, and I don't have fancy looking stuff like that, but that's okay. Yeah, still the studio week, exactly. I steal with pride. We're going to hear from DistroKid just after this song, which is from an artist who has just started releasing their gear with DistroKid, and that is our man Russ. Can the regulars please confuse anyone new to the show by putting the Russ emoji in here and make it look like everyone's having a really bad time? Because we're gonna rock out to some Russ, who says, hi Pete, hope today finds you well. It does, mate. So back to my roots this week with a track from my alter ego, the Sonic Twins, a pumped up floor filler just waiting for the clubs to be safe again, made on the 2020 iPad Pro in Nano Studio. I expect to see head bobbing Pete. Thanks as always from Russ. Yeah, you will see head bobbing Pete. I almost guarantee it. Again, I haven't listened to this yet because I like to go in fresh with Russ tracks as well. Yeah, there you go. There's the official Russ emoji. I want to get a t-shirt with just that emoji that just says Russ, or it could just say F off. There you go. Yes, there is Russ. We're going to rock out to some Russ. So this is Russ 8889. His alter ego, the Sonic Twins, Into the Light. This will take us into our little chat about DistroKid just after this one. So let's play this live on Your Music Live. craft work at a rave. I like it, Mark. Oh yeah, I think it was Jenny talking about the flashing lights there. Yeah, I must admit, my old man eye doesn't love the doesn't love the flashing. If I was in an actual club and they had like the whole laser show and the light show going on, yeah, I don't think I'd handle it too well. But I love the music. All caps love. Brilliant stuff. As Brad Example says, yes. What a brilliant track. Love it, like it, live it, rave, rave, rave. What a nice track. Back to the 88, 89 era. Yeah, absolutely. Very good stuff. Yes, and if you're a Russ fan, go and check out all of Russ's goings-on. You can do that down in the description because all the songs are there. Big thank you once again, as we mentioned at the top of the show, to our sponsors of this show, which is DistroKid. Yes, if you want to release your music to all sorts of places, to Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Snapchat. Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm looking up over here because I'm looking at my DistroKid account and I'm looking at all of the songs, EPs, and albums that I've released in just the last 5 years. I've been releasing stuff from right back here in 2017 right up to the current day 2021. And the beauty part of DistroKid is for less than $20 per month, $19.99 for the musician plan, you can release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums. And a quick tip that I wanted to give you this week, I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Actually, I'm going to show you three things, but we're going to do it quick. A quick tip is, before you release something, think very carefully about the artist name you're going to use, the title, and the artwork. You can change this stuff down the track, but here's the thing. Spotify, Apple Music, and a lot of the other platforms have really started cracking down because what people were doing, I know, naughty, they were releasing a song, they were trying to promote it, get it on playlist. If it didn't work, they would remove it and then try and re-release it, like under a different name or with slightly different metadata to try and re-promote it and re-get it on playlists. Guess what? Yeah, all the stores and platforms have cracked down on that to the point where even if you release something and you want to make a legitimate change, you have to jump through hoops to do it. So get it right. Just like your music, get it right at the source. Make sure that you know, here's the artist name I want to use, here's the release name, and here's the album artwork. And once it's out, it's out. Just pretend it's a CD. Pretend that it's been burnt and sent to Virgin Megastore or HMV or wherever you used to buy records. What was the big one in the US? Tower Records. There you go. Pretend it's an actual record at Tower Records. So that's my tip for that one. Another tip that I can give you is, if you are new to DistroKid, I've actually got, I've already signed up to my own mailing list. If you go to studiolivetoday.com/DistroKid, I've got a DistroKid FAQ. So I give you a music release checklist there for free. There's a video there with my 10 most asked questions about DistroKid. And I've even, if you're TLDW and you just want to read my tips, they're all down here. So it's pretty quick. There's only 10 very quick tips. But if you read that, spend 10 minutes, go to the FAQ, read that before you do your first release, you'll have everything that you need to do. And then when you go and fill in that DistroKid form, it'll take you like 15 minutes. You'll check everything, you'll release it, and you'll be out to the world. One final thing I wanted to show this week is under the goodies section here, under Get Heard Now. I haven't actually, it's not that one, Promote Yourself. I haven't actually showed this one before, but they've actually got a new service called Upstream, which is a free service that can connect you as an independent artist with potential artists, with potential labels. Now, I know many of you are independent and want to remain independent, and that's totally cool. I get you. But if you were interested in delving into the world of artist labels, you can actually come in here and say, yes, let labels hit me up. There's no obligation. You don't then have to sign anything that they offer you, but it just gives you that opportunity to do something a bit different. And DistroKid are cool because they're always adding a bunch of new features, and they're available for you as a DistroKid user. So thank you to DistroKid for there you go, for everything that they do. And as Tom says, there is the FAQ for DistroKid. Let's crack on, shall we? And grab our next tune. And I did see the folks from Autism Rocks here in the chat just a moment ago. So it's a good timing because we're going to play this one. If you don't know Danny and Micah from Autism Rocks, the Positive Autism, they are, it's a father-son duo, and they do some amazing stuff here. So let's jump in here and take a listen to their latest creation. It is an original tune called Ride, and we're going to play it right here, right now, live on Your Music Live.
slowly down a new path. As long as time will permit. Don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll know when I see it. When I ride down a road less traveled in my mind. Ride when I let myself unwind. Twisting, bending, turning, slowing down the pathway. Don't think the fuel will last much longer. I give the warden more than I can pay to ride down a road less traveled in my mind. Ride out of the dark, it's time to shine.
How cool is that? And how much does everyone want to go go-karting now? Just quietly. Oh, man, I haven't been on go-karting or any sort of ride like that in a heck of a long time. So maybe soon. I always struggled. I think I mentioned this a while ago, but when I used to go go-karting with my friends as a more heavy-set young lad, my go-kart would not go as fast. All my little skinny friends would go flying past me, and I'd feel a bit bad. Oh no! Get the smallest violin in the world out just for me. It is very clear, Danny, that Micah loves him some go-karting. Look at the joy on that face. Who wouldn't get a smile on your face watching that? So cool. Very nicely done. Thank you again for sharing. Because sharing is caring, and Sharon is Karen, as we point out every week. Please do, speaking of sharing, if you're enjoying this show and you're liking the music, share it with another music producer or a music lover in your life. Because I won't do that weird thing that I'm seeing online now, where it's like, my analytics tell me that 85% of you are not subscribed, so subscribe now, and we'll build the best community on the world. But do share this, do share the show, because I'm sure that your family, your friends, your fellow music creators, they're probably going to want to dig it, and they want their own song played. And the more diversity we have, I know we do have some regulars, we have some usual suspects, like the song we're about to play now, but I love it when we get new submissions, and we've got a couple of new submissions coming up in the second half, including an artist from Adelaide that I'm super excited to play, so my hometown. So do hang out for that, but until then, because we were just talking about DistroKid, we're going to jump back over to slaps.com right now, and it's Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studios. Get those creepy wolf emojis going on in the chat if you don't mind. So they say, "Hi Pete, after listening to some of our songs that you have played on YML, I noticed the lyrics many times deal with an aching heart, but the music is upbeat. Well, here is another one to add to the collection." I thought you were going to go, so he did something completely different. No, so if this gets you down, you can at least dance to it. There you go, and that's what's important. If Taylor Swift made heartbreak songs, but they were just that I could dance to, then maybe I'd listen to them more. There you go. There's the creepy wolf / horse's head emoji that we have going on here. Very nice. So let's give this one a spin. Wolfstone Studio, and what's the name of this one? It is called Always Jumping. We're going to listen to it live right here, right now on Your Music Live.
For the
Very cool. See, again, I was so taken away by the rhythm and by the cool sounds there. I wasn't even listening to you're right. You're 100% right. I didn't even listen to the lyrics. I was just grooving to it. So there you go. Exactly, a Friday night banger or a Saturday morning banger. If you God, that sounds weird. So far, I've said 3.5-inch Personas and Saturday morning banger. Both of which can be taken well out of context, right? Yes, bravo, Wolf. Your creepy wolf emoji did not go in vain. Welcome to those who are new. I did say before, feel free to share with others, but if you're new, let us know. Let us know. I always say put the hashtag new in the chat. If it's your first or second or you're only new to the channel or new to the show, let us know you're new. All the usual suspects who are here. Most weeks we'll definitely say good day to you and we'll treat you nicely. So especially folks like Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studio. Let's go back and do some catch up. Well, some tracks that we've been meaning to play for a while. This one sounds interesting. Cinematic cyberpunk loop featuring dialogue and synthwave. A robbery has gone wrong and the boss is not happy. A short vignette. This is sounding interesting. Okay. This is from Pagan Song, and it's called Bad Robbery. Look at this sort of video game looking lady here. Looks like a what is that? Lara Croft? It's not, I know. Pete shows his video game ignorance. Let's take a listen to this one, Pagan Song with Bad Robbery on Your Music Live.
He got the money, right? Please tell me he got the money. 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 And I'm talking to watch you. And I'm talking to watch you. And I'm talking to watch you. Typical. Well, I guess I'll just have to do it myself.
And there it was. How cool. Yes, it's a bit of a movie soundtrack right there. If you under a minute, you're going to get your whole thing played, right? It's got the wub. Yeah, very cool. Cool little track. Just a little bit of something there to sneak in there to Your Music Live. Doesn't make it hard. Yeah, I think you forgot the money. Don't you hate that? Makes me want to go watch Reservoir Dogs. I don't know if it would hold up. I'm not big on violence these days. Like, I used to love that Quentin Tarantino style Pulp Fiction, true romance, Reservoir Dogs. These days, yeah, less. Let's jump into our next song. So this is from our man Stephen Curtis. I'm not sure if we've had a Stephen Curtis track here before. He says, hello, this is a song I wrote about anxiety. I hope it helps someone going through a rough time. Yes, I know many of us. I've written a song about anxiety. It seems to be, especially in the last sort of 18 months, it's a topic a lot of people have covered, and it's something that is important. So let's jump in and take a listen to Stephen Curtis and his song called Overwhelmed, live on Your Music Live.
I've made mistakes in my life. Wish that I could clear my mind. Wish that I could turn back time to read all the signs. How was I so blind? Why is life always so hard? Knowing that I can press restart. Heavy chest can't catch my breath. I feel like I'm nothing. I wanna be something. Seems to me no matter how I try, I do my best but I never feel fine. Seems to me nothing ever feels what it seems. Why am I alive? Can we just go now? Can we just fight? Every time I try and fix myself, I feel overwhelmed. Why can understand what this is like. With haunting thoughts that keep me up at night. I can't sleep, I feel fatigued, it's getting too much for me. I wanna be free, I never found peace. This is so rough, I'm never enough. Gotta let this go, even though I'm broke. This feeling is getting so old. This feeling is getting so.
Very cool tune. Yeah, very well produced, very well created. Great video behind it as well. Like that, for anyone that's tried to produce a video like that, yeah, it takes a while. It takes some talent. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, Greg. I agree with you. Look, I don't seek out that style of music in particular, but when it's well produced and when it's about, you can tell that it's actually delivered with some meaning and some real like passion. I think I think it just works. Very good stuff. Yes, awesome indeed. A good one, and one that I'll be returning to, and I'll be checking out. Stephen Curtis. There you go. You see, you find new artists. I'm just going to like and subscribe to Stephen Curtis. Get that done. But yeah, very smooth, very nicely done. Let's grab our next one. This is from Vain Dreamer, and they say, I recorded this song in my bedroom, starting in GarageBand, but eventually moving to Logic Pro when I was able to. The song is about depression and trying to convince someone that they are loved. I wrote it for two of my friends, one who I've already lost, the other one I fear for. So I didn't give you a pre-warning, but yeah, sorry, trigger warning. We're going to talk about anxiety and now depression in this little bit. But you know what? Music, I say this every time. Music is about generating emotion and generating feeling. Sometimes it'll make you feel amazing. Sometimes it'll make you feel serene and reflecting on things and everything in between. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll smile, you'll rock, etc. It's the movie event of the year. So this is Vain Dreamer, and this is their tune called Lovely Soul, and we're going to play it live here on Your Music Live. That's what it is, Andrew. Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like, what is that voice? And yeah, it is a little bit Tom York, Radiohead style, isn't it? Just the movement between there, really good. How about that for a couple of newcomers? Like, yeah, I know. I'd say that. Yeah, we love the usual suspects, and I love the folks that we play, every week or two. But my goodness, there's some great artists just coming out of the woodwork that are producing amazing tracks like that one. Very, very nicely done, Russ. I agree. Super interesting indeed. I'm going to leave that little emoji up there. Emoji comment. Because we're going to play a Black Covers tune leading into our toilet break here today, because we need to be right on time. I've got some things to do, some places to be today. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this right on time here today. And I'm going to play a cover from Black Covers, because for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Black Covers seems to keep covering all of the cool songs that I used to love from like the 80s and 90s. Like every week we're playing another one. I'm like, yes, No way. This is cool. I love it. So this week it is Roxette. Yes, the classic. Are they Swedish? Someone will correct me in the chat. Roxette, the classic Listen to Your Heart. For a short check, you might want to start it from 1 minute 40 to get an overview. Yes, I will do exactly that. I'll take your advice on that one. So 140, we'll scroll it up to here on the YouTube. So this is Black Covers, and we're going to listen to this one. Roxette, Listen to Your Heart. A great band from back in the 90s. Let's take a listen. Black Covers on Your Music Live.
When he's calling for you, listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mark Guest on guitar. What a cool surprise. Wow. I wanted to, I started it too late. I should have played it from a minute earlier. Oh, very, very cool. Yeah, awesome stuff. I know. All the kind words are coming in here. Very good stuff. Great cover. Gregory O'Sullivan. Hello to you. I didn't say good day to you, Greg, over there in Melbourne town. How weirdly things change. That Victoria is now the place in Australia that is not locked down. Very weird. Amazing stuff. Really good. Always high quality. Exactly. So many good things that you could say about that. And again, because I don't know, the covers you're picking are just awesome. And I'm still going to put it out there. If you ever want to cover Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up, hit me up. Never gonna give you. I'll even do the Rick Astley dance. I'll even work on my Rick Astley dance and do the middle-aged white man dance. Anyway. No, thank you. Thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. Let's move on. Ingo's sitting there and he's like, is he serious? Does he really want me to do Rick Astley? You don't know, man. It's a mystery. Right, let's come in here and get some. This is going to be some old school OG toilet break action, which sounds creepier than I meant it to. But Utensils is an artist that you may know, because you probably know the artist behind the group, which is the one and only Jade Starr. And if you've been watching Jade's channel this week, you will know that she's been working on a brand new Utensils release called Impending Doom. Is it out now, Jade? I know you were hoping it would be out by the time the show came, but you've got a YouTube video here that you've released, that you put together for the track anyway, so we're going to be able to give this one a spin. So this is Utensils with Impending Doom. We're going to take a wee toilet break here, and then we're going to be back after this. But you don't have to go anywhere, because the power of the internet means you could probably just, if you're on your phone, just take it with you. That's the beauty part, isn't it? But I can't really do that. You don't want to come with me. No, I trust you. And it is out now. There you go. It is out now, so you can go ahead and get it. Jade, drop the link. Drop like a link to all the different places you can get it in the chat as we play this one. And this is Impending Doom, Utensils, live on Studio Live today. So I love a lot of what Jade does, but I got to tell you, Utensils as an artist is one of my favorites. There's a couple of songs and an EP in particular that I really love of Utensils. I've forgotten the name of it now, which makes me sound like I'm an absolute poser. But yeah, very, very good stuff. And created in Nano Studio. So Jade stepping out of her comfort zone and creating that one in Nano Studio, which is super duper cool. And yeah, I really dig it. Welcome to the second half. This has been a great show already. I don't know. I think we may have peaked. I don't know how we can keep this going, but with the songs I know that you folks have got here in the catalogue, I think that we can just keep things going and keep things rolling along. Because I happen to know there's at least a few more amazing songs in the list that we haven't played yet, including this one. I'm going to go back a bit old school here because I did mention that we've got another Adelaide artist coming up in a little while, and I'm going to play this Adelaide artist that many of you may know. She's been on this channel before. She's been on Jade's channel, and we've played one of her songs in the past. She's working on a new project that she's hoping to share very soon, and I thought we would continue the Australian flair and the Australian segment here with our friend Samantha Edge. Yes, the one and only Samantha Edge. And I love this little video because it was shot right here on the beach in Adelaide, and it doesn't look like that right now. It's like 10 degrees today, so it's really cold. So this is for me to feel good about the fact that summer is just around the corner. And, you know, I know that's sad for you in the Northern Hemisphere. You're like, no, don't wish my summer away, Pete. But yeah, this is summer in Australia. And this is My Moment from Samantha Edge here on Your Music Live.
Feels solid underneath my feet. It feels like everything has drifted away, and I'm left with pureness, just me and a wide open sea. The sun is shining down on everything, and I feel at peace. It's all the way that it's meant to be, and I know it will turn out perfectly, as confusing as it all can be. In this moment, I'm completely free. Wait a while, stay here in this moment. No, it won't last forever, and I just wanna keep my heart beating like there's nothing in this world that scares me or makes me sad or worried. Please just make this moment my moment. Stay close to my heart and help me rise above. Here I am, nothing more that I can be. Here I stand and there's so much I can see. The world around me.
Very nicely done. Yeah, I actually messaged Sam yesterday and said, Sam, we've only ever played one of your tunes on Your Music Live. I want to play this one. And she said, yeah, cool. And then said, yeah, I'm working on a new tune at the moment as well. So Sam is also an accomplished busker here in Adelaide, although it's hard with all the various different restrictions and things coming and going to be a busker right now. But yeah, she does amazing work, and go check out her channel because she has some great videos on there about her busking experience, and I find them super interesting. Even if you're not a busker or planning to do any busking, it is just really interesting to see some of her live streams and see her out and about and some of the things that go on. The general public sucks, basically. No, not true, but some people certainly do. You know who doesn't suck? This is the worst segue ever, but I know that Joe and Barry can handle it. Joe and Barry Glenn. Let's play a tune from them, shall we? They say, to us, this is a protest ballad of fox hunting or any blood sport. I use that word advisedly. Hopefully this barbarous cult has now been banned in England, happily has been banned in England. We should wish that the sport of this kind should be illegal world over. Okay, rant over. I think my harmony is a bit loud in this, but I always give Barry the last say with the mixing. I think he wanted to cover his own voice. Yeah, I hear that. The man has no self-esteem when it comes to vocal recordings. I very carefully trimmed the tracks and then sat back to give it one more listen, only to find not one track but several tracks had moved. It was unsalvageable. Thank goodness for save and copy. Gremlins, I know. Everyone's done that, especially if you're using GarageBand. Sometimes you just nudge it and you're like, how did it get there? I don't get it. So we're going to... That was a journey, Joe, that we got with that intro. But let's go and play some Joe and Barry. Oh, we got a fox. What the fox say? Ring, ding, 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 ding. Is that right? Let's play Reynard the Fox, Joe and Barry Glenn here on Your Music Live.
Many gentlemen take great delight in hunting old Reynard the Fox. He eats of the very best food in the night and lives upon fat geese and ducks. In ash pits and cups I did lie, and I lived an extraordinary rate, crunching the bones of young lambs down for farmers who rounded me hate. All foremost horses and hounds they did send, and the huntsman they said I must die, which made the fur on me coat stand an end and caused me for me young ones to fly. It was down Stony Lane they did chase me, and I run on a very good race. When I entered the woods I did rest, and the hounds had got forward at pace. Through the wild woods they did chase and did gain, and the gamekeeper saw me go by.
Loving it.
Chased me out on the wild...
Barry, we need more Barry vocals in our life, not less. So there you go. Very, very cool. Very nicely done. And yeah, it is. It's always a good time with Joe and Barry Glenn. So thank you again for sharing as per usual. Like I say, it's great to have new artists. It's great to have artists we've heard before. That's why I love this show. There's so many good folks doing good things out there. Including this artist. It's Gringo. Gringo, I did see you here earlier in the chat. Hopefully you're still around, my friend, because we're going to play your tune now. And it is a tune here over on the SoundClouds. We haven't had any ads on SoundCloud. SoundCloud's so weird. Sometimes ads every 4 songs. Sometimes ads every 2 songs. Sometimes it feels like an ad every song. Today, I've played about 7 SoundCloud tracks, not a single ad. No idea what goes on over there. It's why I love slaps.com. It's why I love DistroKid's service slaps.com, because they don't have any ads and it's just straightforward and simple. You don't have to worry about this stuff. So Gringo says, hey Pete, been hard at work working on the Polyvox Filter iOS plugin on GarageBand, and the results have been stunning and inspiring. Hope you all enjoy. Very cool. Sounds good. All right, let's jump over and take a listen to this one. Here it is. There you go. Gringo's right here, right now. That Fox song was indeed great. My Irish descent intensified. There you go. And now we're going to play this one from our friend Gringo. This is a tune called Space Therapy on Your Music Live. nice little synth jams going on there to get you through your Friday afternoon here on Your Music Live. Nicely done. That is definitely very, very cool. And a cool sound that you got from that one. Love a bit of a synth, especially a moving synth like that. We're gonna we have eclectic mixes around here because we're gonna go from that to our man Happy Ron. Any Happy Ron fans in the house? Yeah, I don't think. Did we have a Happy Ron tune last week? We somehow managed to get a Happy Ron tune in most weeks. But we're going to play this one. And he says, Happy Ron just says the following about the worst blues of them all. And yes, it is of course the Mean Therapist Blues. Yeah, there you go. The Mean Therapist Blues in the house. Mr. Happy Ron, take it away, my friend.
We got a more serious tune coming up. We have Happy Ron will sing those Mean Therapist Blues. Okay. Happy Ron, take it away.
She said, all you ever do is talk about yourself. Do you ever even think about anyone else? You're just like him, just like all the rest. I said, what's the problem, lady? You're my therapist. I got the mean therapist blues. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna lose with these mean therapist blues. She said it's all just denial, this thing called happiness. You're really quite unhappy, you just don't know it. Soon you will be unhappy as me. I said, I think it's working.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, Guzzy. How do you not smile? How can you not have a smile on your face listening to the one and only Happy Ron? And yeah, from his album Terribly Happy, The Mean Therapist Blues. Yeah, the lyrics in that one are next level. Speaking of next level, this man, Thomas Christ, will be playing a next level special 4th of July live stream performance something thing coming up straight after this one. So if you're in the mood for more live, then do hang around for that because Thomas will rock your socks off live straight after the show here. But we still got another 40 plus minutes of music here. And we're going to kick on here with another song over here on the SoundCloud. Still got no no ads. So this one's from Kenzie, and Kenzie says, wrote this to cheer up a friend of mine who was going through a breakup. It was the first song I recorded in GarageBand after watching a few of your tutorials, and the tips really helped. So that is cool. So let's jump on over here and take a listen to this one. This is called Standing at the Precipice, and it is our friend Kenzie here on Your Music Live.
Yes, it's over, time to start again. But on my shoulder, you can cry, my friend. And when you look back, don't waste time on regret. 'Cause life's not over, in fact it just began. It's hard to tell what's wrong or right. Your mind's a hurricane day and night. But honestly, It's how it's meant to be, and it'll work out in the end. And only time can heal and pacify the feelings we create inside our hearts and our minds. Got you reeling, but they're deceiving. And only time can make you realize when you're standing at the
Very nicely done. Kenzie standing at the precipice here on Your Music Live. Has a bit of a bread sound. Yeah, I couldn't quite put my finger on the sort of sound that was going on there. Nice vocal, yeah, a little bit Bowie, but yeah, really nicely done. Nice recording, nicely balanced mix, and yeah, really good vocal. Just sat in the pocket really nicely. Well done. What a cool groove. Thank you for sharing. Coley Moly Blaze, hello, I love that name by the way, says, I wrote this song when I had a random thought of people being yes man and only supporting me because they think I'll give them a cut of my money. I used a beat from H3 Music and I recorded it in my bedroom with an MXL770 and I used Audacity to record and edit the whole album called How I Am. Interesting stuff. Let's jump over here and take a look and a listen, shall we? So this is Coley Moly Blaze, and this one is called Frauds from the album How I Am. So let's give this one a spin here on Your Music Live.
Y'all are frauds. No, as soon as I get an ALE, not one of you has said hi to me. You know that kinda hurt me mentally. Not just playing, I don't care. Just in case you're unaware, I've been doing this by myself for the last few years. You're here cause you think I'll give you a slice when I get there. Just no, nope, not happening. Go ahead and hey, I'm still rapping. And for anyone you say you got my back, you be lying then. Cause as soon as I get trapped in the wind, you're out of the equation. Stop faking, I see you lurking. I can read a person like 2050, I can read a book. The song doesn't get a hook. You must be so shook. Nice, you're mad at me, that's amazing, cool. Sorry, I can't trust anyone, not even people that go to my school. Life is a path, gotta stay on track. Gotta get there fast, oh no, I'm trapped. Met my laps, write my raps. Songs back to back to back to back. Release tracks and tracks and tracks. Not too bad, too bad. You're sad, I'm glad. My life is a journey. Most are sad.
I didn't have my mic up. Nicely done there, Coley Moly Blaze. There's some talent there for sure. Has a bit of an Eminem vibe, a little bit of the Streets vibe. I do love the Streets, just in some of those, some of the beats in that one. Yeah, almost like old 90s, because I did used to listen to a little bit more hip hop back in the 90s. Don't tend to these days. I find it's all a little bit too intense. Like I kind of like that kind of vibe hip hop that doesn't have to be swearing and effing and I don't know. I'm an old man. I'm going to go outside, tell some kids to get off my lawn, and then I'm going to yell at some clouds. So that's the rest of my day. But yeah, nicely done. I like it. I like it a lot. Good one, says Michael, aka The Land Band. We'll be hearing from The Land Band in just a momento, but before then, we're going to grab this tune. This is from Kyrgyzstan Princes. Yep, we'll go with that. It's called Night Ride to Paris. So we've got some great album artwork going on with this one as well. Let me show you that while we talk about it. So they say the song was written in 2015, but excuse me, the song was written in 2015. But re-recorded, mixed, mastered, and released in 2021. It's the 5th song I ever wrote in my life, and I never learned to play an instrument. Apple's GarageBand made it possible. I use exclusively virtual instruments in GB. Several plugins like Stark and Autoplay on the piano and loops. In the brass section, the accordion comes from Beathawk. Very cool. Mastering with Final Touch. It's a little romantic story, which me and my wife nearly did but in reality denied to do because we were too drunk to drive. Gotcha. I love the backstories just quietly. I love it when folks give me an interesting backstory behind things. Let's jump through and take a listen to this one. This is Kyrgyzstan Princes and Night Ride to Paris here on Your Music Live.
There was a couple late at New Year's Eve, standing in the kitchen, drinking some champagne. And when they looked in each other's eyes, simultaneously, they had to say, I did. They took a night ride to Paris. They drove the motorway all night, just to see the Eiffel Tower shine. They took a night ride to Paris, to Paris.
Very nicely done there. Yeah, that's getting yourself a full mix using GarageBand, right? Your 80s British invasion vibe a little bit. Yeah, Alan Parson in the house. Very nice. Yeah, good vibe on that one. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, and thank you for sharing. Night Ride to Paris, Kyrgyzstan Princes. You'll have to tell me the origin story behind that name. Very interesting name. I didn't know quite what to expect, but that was cool. And it just does show you that if you don't play an instrument, if you don't have a guitar, if you don't have real, quote unquote, real instruments, then you can still get yourself a really good sound, which is that one. Yeah, it makes me want to head over to Paris soon. Yeah, don't forget, you can be done for DUI riding a bike. At least here in Australia, there's been examples of many people who've ridden a bike. The funniest one, not really funny because you shouldn't do this anyway, but the funniest one was a guy. So you might know, do you know what an esky is? An esky is like a drinks cooler. So like those boxes, like an insulated box with a lid, you put your drinks, you put your ice in. So this guy thought it would be a great idea to attach a lawnmower motor, like a ride-on lawnmower motor, to the back of his esky and put a handlebar on the front, and it was like one of those wheelie eskies, and he just sort of ramped up the wheels a bit, and he was driving his esky. So that if you're going to get caught drink driving, sitting on top of a pile of beer, riding your ride-on esky is got to be the way to do it, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Barry, crazy motors in Paris. I know, going around, oh my goodness, driving in Paris. Luckily when I went to Paris, we were in like a big tour bus, but you'd look out the drivers and they were just going every which way, but they somehow weren't colliding with each other. But yeah, the only place more insane is probably Indonesia, in Bali. That's the only place more insane for traffic that I've been to. Anyway, let's go on to our next track, and it's Critter Jason. Hey, Critter Jason, I did see you around the place earlier. We got a track from you. We're going to head back on over to SoundCloud. So Jason, if you don't know, Critter Jason Critter, who does a lot of Twitch streaming. And he says, thanks for all your hard work for pulling the show together each week, Pete. Big things coming your way. Cool. Hopefully big stacks of pancakes coming my way. I'm going out for brunch after the show, so never know. Might be a stack of pancakes coming my way. And this is called Pancakes. Have we played this before? I can't remember. I'm hungry, so I'm going to play it anyway. Critter Jason, Pancakes on Your Music Live. Yeah, a bit of Prince vibe, exactly. I definitely agree with that one, Tom. I'm like, I was listening to some Prince yesterday because I realized that, you know what, the one Prince song, oh, by the way, great song, Jason. Good stuff, really good vibe, love it. Not sure if we played it before, but I don't care, it's cool. Getting Prince vibes. I was listening to Prince because I couldn't remember how Purple Rain went. So I love a bit of Prince. I like, tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999. And of course, the Raspberry Beret. And I just want your extra time and your... But for some reason, I had this mental block where I couldn't remember Purple Rain until I played it. And then, of course, it's like, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. I see, still can't even remember the melody line. Anyway, Prince, very good artist. Had a weird time towards the end of his life, as did a lot of these artists. I think when you get too famous and too popular, towards the end of your life, you start doing weird things and making weird decisions. But can't argue with the music, yeah. Very, very good music. All right, let's grab another track. This is from NDC, and they say, I recorded my song in GarageBand on my iPad. This represents how I feel when I'm alone in my room, in my own world. And it's an instrumental. So it's called In My Own World, and it's NDC. And we're going to play this one live here on Your Music Live. Let's do it. Spacey indeed. I like the psychedelic little album artwork going on there. Very cool, very nicely done. So that was NDC. Yeah, you know me. With a track called In My Own World. I can understand how you just chilling, vibing in your audio cave. Everyone got an audio cave, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Just close your eyes, let yourself drift. All right, who likes metal? Boop. For horns up, who likes metal? Oh, by the way, when I was playing that Positive Autism song before, I was like, there's jazz hands, and I'm just like, oh, how cool would jazz horns be? Jazz horns. It's like a little bit two different concepts there. So this is our friend Andy Dion. How you doing, Andy Dion? This is a new original metal collaboration. EJ wrote the main riffs, and then Bobby laid down some killer live drums. Andy played bass and sung vocals. Finally, Mr. Rock blazed some lead playing on his PRS. The song is from a cow's perspective. From a crow's perspective, a murder of crows literally means a flock of crows. Yes, the Adelaide Crows are our football team here, so I was aware that murder of crows, plus from The Simpsons, they're like, it's called a murder. A group of crows is called a murder. Yep, right. All right, let's jump in and take a listen to this one, Murder of Crows, by all those people, all these cool people. All right, let's take a listen.
Protecting
mother of crows. Crows are probably my least, no, they're not my least favourite birds. My least favourite birds are magpies, which we have in abundance here in Australia. They swoop you and they try to, speaking of swooping, I've got a story to tell you in a bit. They swoop you, and crows, though, they're creepy. We've got these, they're actually technically not crows, I think they're ravens or something. Big ass black birds that just stalk you. And if you're walking along, like, because I do a lot of walking, and sometimes I'm out walking and I'm like eating something, and I can see a crow is just jumping from pole to pole watching me, and I'm like, this mother is going to come and just get me. So I always just eat quickly, or I just like put my food back in my bag and just try and run away from the crows. So yeah, there you go. That's a little bit of an insight into my life, that running away from birds. That's how tough I am. Really nicely produced video. So there you go. EJ's guitars, Bobby Lopez, Andy Dion, and Mr. Rock. Very cool stuff. There you go. And seagulls are bad too, yeah. But seagulls are scared of you, whereas things like crows and what are they? Magpies, they don't seem to be scared of you. They just come at you. I'm like, I'm bigger than you, dude. I'm bigger than you. Robins are my favourite bird, but that's my name, so I'm biased. I love it. My favourite, don't run away. Resistance is futile. My favourite birds are rainbow lorikeets and all the parakeets and parrots and stuff. So we have big flocks of like pink and white and colourful birds here. The parakeets, they're very, very cool. Yeah, you haven't seen them, Tom, because they're all over here. The whole murder of them flew to Australia, and just so that they can stalk me while I'm out walking. All right, we've got about 20 minutes of music left, and we've got plenty to go here. I did tease it before, but we're going to play some Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band. So, it's time to confuse people and put all of your sleeping Zeds in the chat if you are here and you're a regular and you know what I'm talking about. Make it look like we're all falling asleep. But it's not going to happen, because we're going to play some Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band, this guy here. And what does Michael say? I should probably read it. He says, the end... Oh, I'm getting so choked up. The end is in sight. A tune about the past C-word laden year. I threw in some fire and brimstone for good measure. Love it. Bit of fire and brimstone never hurt anyone, unless it did, which it almost certainly will. This is Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band. The end is in sight. Here on Your Music Live. Let's play. The end is in sight. We had to play the whole track, didn't we? It was only 2 minutes 10. That's how you get a whole song played. Yes, so epic, cool, cinematic, Just really good stuff. Probably the best thing I've ever heard you create. That's saying something, because Michael creates some really good music. He's been around the channel for a few years now, at least a couple of years. He's a wonderful patron of mine over at patreon.com/PeteJohns. And everything he shares is... I always say this about Michael. I know it's cliche, but I never know what's going to happen. When I hit play, I never know what to expect. And that's a good thing, in a good way, in a good, solid, strong way. Great stuff. Let's move on, because we got more tunes. We got more music to play. Way more than I'm going to have time for. So please don't come at me if I don't have time to play you, because we're not going to get to every song that I even wanted to play here today. But we are going to get to this one, because we want to play some John David Lees, who I always get your name the wrong way around, but I think that's correct this time. And you've got a track here that you're sharing called Share This Pain. You said, "Hi Pete, thanks for your continued support. This song touches on mental health issues and how they can affect not just yourself, but others around you. The lyrics were written by my best friend Chris Ross, with the music, vocals and production provided by me." So we're going to take a look and a listen at this one here. This is Share This Pain, and it is John David Lees here on Your Music Live.
Things in my head ain't been so sweet. Dreams and nightmares haunting my sleep. But when I wake up and you're next to me, a cuddle, a kiss, well that reassures me that everything's gonna be okay, as long as we're together every day. You don't know everything about me, the pain I carry inside. Hopefully one day I can share this pain. Life gets me down every once in a while, but all it takes is for one of your smiles to pick me back up, get me back on my feet, make me forget sad feelings inside me. You don't know everything about me, the pain I carry inside. Hopefully one day I can share this pain.
Very nicely done, John David Lees, with Share This Pain. I agree with Mark here. Yeah, separation of instruments is great. Love the production, and the guitar sound is indeed wonderful. Excellent acoustic work there. Love it a lot. Good job to John David Lees, and thank you for sharing. Again, great job indeed. We're going to move on to something completely different. Is that a Monty Python thing? And now for something completely different. We're going to play a couple of weird and wonderful wackiness, I'm going to call it, because first up it is our friend... I'm going to choke again. That's not his name, and I didn't mute. But it is Light Asta, which is Amarasaya. Yes, a wonderful moderator who unfortunately can't be here for our live shows very often due to timing, but has some really interesting music. And this is his Light Asta persona, and it's another Light Asta comedy album. And he says the following: "Hey Pete and everyone, this song is a satirical cautionary fable about a bad internet practice called sub for sub. I recommended starting from the second verse at about 125. All right, we'll cue that up. 125. There we go. Throughout the song, the character runs into the obvious problems with this bad practice, but then somehow overcomes them and keeps rising higher using it. This point is to show the best possible outcome of using it, the outcome of people who use it think will happen, but at the end of the song, we learn that the outcome is not the one they're hoping for. If you didn't earn your way to the top, you won't be able to handle it." That was a long description. I guess I felt like making up for last time's oversimplified one. And you did. Well done, my friend. So let's take a listen to this one. This is Sub for Sub, Light Asta, here on Your Music Live.
So confused, don't understand what
I see. Subs 100,000, but views 143. Why are all my subscribers ignoring me? Must be the algorithm, nothing else it could possibly be.
Very cool stuff there from Amarasaya, our friend Light Asta there with another Light Asta comedy album. And yeah, as you know, if you've been around this channel for a while, I rant about the whole sub for sub. Yo, bro, let's grow together. It's going to be fire, brah. It's not. It's going to be bad because if you have exactly, I love that video, exactly as it said there. It's like, what is going on here? I've got 100,000 subscribers and 200 views. Yeah, it's very obvious when you look at channels that have bought subscribers or done sub for subscribers, because they don't get any views or comments or engagement. So don't do it, basically. If you want, I'll go on a 10-minute rant about it again, probably on, a fire bra, probably on the Creator Town Hall this week. I'm sure I'll talk about subscribers again, because it just seems to happen. I don't know why, but people can't seem to get it through their head that you don't do it. Anyway, let's play a Claret Lake song to cleanse the palate there and not get too uptight. So they say, hi Pete, this song, Celestial Body, was one of our very early Claret Lake efforts, which was recorded early last year. The original version was the first song we ever sent to you. There you go. And you played it. Yay. Fast forward 18 months and many songs later, we have learnt a lot, many thanks to your invaluable videos. Nice one. And our production has got much better. So we totally re-recorded using some of our newfound knowledge and some cheeky iOS loops. All the best, mate. Cy and Andy, Claret Lake. So there you go. I do vaguely remember, I think, because we've been doing this show for over a year now. I do remember playing Claret Lake songs way earlier in the piece. So we'll play this one. If we played it before, well, now we get to hear the updated 2021 version. So Claret Lake with Celestial Body on Your Music Live.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Nice to be in orbit.
I'm orbiting around your sun like a moth flying to a flame. I know the gravity involved. Heaven knows I'm the one to blame. Landing on your lunar surface, there is nowhere for me to hide. No atmosphere upon your moon. I'm swimming high against your tide. Saturn's rings on your finger, I'll sing along to your Neptune. A galaxy so full of wonder, I'd meet you on any moon. Out in the ether of your love,
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, I do get the all in all, we're just another brick in the wall kind of vibe from it. But that's cool. Like that, do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a very cool classic kind of rhythm that works really well. So excellent. Great track. Awesomely done. I can say words. Who says I can't? Very nicely done. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. We've got 10 minutes left, so we've got about 3 more tunes to go. But I do appreciate you. If you do have fun, if you are having fun, hit the thumbs up like button. That always helps out. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and share the video. So share it with other folks that you think might dig some cool independent music, because I have a lot of fun on this show every week, and it's all because of you. It's all because of the songs that you share with me that makes this show what it is. And remember, sharing is caring, and Sharon is Karen. We're going to play something. This one's really interesting. Is this one I think it is? No, this is a different one. I'm going to play this one anyway. So this is from My Lonely Beach. So do you remember My Lonely Beach from a few weeks back? It was the guy in the bath. Don't worry, it's not as creepy as it sounds, with a very cool tune. So this is My Lonely Beach again. And they say, or someone says about them, the 15-year-old prodigy from Chicago, Illinois, My Lonely Bench. Not beach. Did I say beach every time? Has always had the idea of space and what it must be like to be alone. It is space today. For his album, I Think I'm Fine, he has sounds of space and synthesizers with his astronaut costume to bring a beautiful example called Exosphere Sordade. Sure, let's go with that. My pronunciation is not what it should be today. Let's turn up the volume on this one. This is My Lonely Bench with Exosphere Sordade on Your Music Live.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
When has it really been this hard just to make you happy? You always say it's me that I make you spoiled, then I end up lonely. Till I rock into you, wouldn't see me, wouldn't see you. I'm already in the open. Kicked me out your life like I didn't do any good for you. As I look throughout the world, why do I still want you? As I orbit the moon, I still see you. Your ways.
Vibes there from My Lonely Bench, not beach. I must admit, I do like it. I do like these vocals here.
I really thought that you really loved me, but you really.
So, and look, I know it was something that's like an effect used at the start there, but you got such a good voice. I would use that voice. Like I know it was a cool effect, but I think just go with your own voice because I think it sounds really good. And very impressive stuff. All right, we've got time for 2 more tunes here before we finish off the day. Where was the song? I had it here and I was about to play it. Yeah, here we go. Let's play this one from Distorted Fate, who says, I gathered many ideas from my abandoned projects and rebuilt them as a whole new song. This is the result, made using GarageBand on iPad, electronic metal / hard rock. So let's get our rock on for the penultimate song here. We've got some very cool album artwork going on here. Check this one out. There you go. Yeah, and the low pitch vox were cool. I know. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base there. Maybe using the two different ones actually works well. I like it anyway. So this is Distorted Fate, and it's called Eternally Stands Frozen. Let's turn this one up to 11, shall we? We'll go back to the start of the track. Always helps. This is Eternally Stands Frozen. Distorted Fate on Your Music Live. How very cool. And look, I didn't sing a word. I managed to get through a whole show without singing along to any instrumentals. Yeah, very, very cool. Very good production on that one. If that's you just grabbing bits of a whole bunch of other ones, wow, that's cool. Very cool indeed. We are at the end of the show, but do not fear because Thomas Christ is up next with a live show. So, Tom, if you can throw your link in the chat so folks who want to keep the party going here on a Friday afternoon, Friday night, or Saturday morning, depending where you are in the world, can do exactly that. But I wanted to finish off with something pretty cool and special here today. This is an Adelaide artist that I was yesterday years old when I found out about Kyan Burns, but I listened to her song, her debut single, and immediately messaged and said, can I play this on Your Music Live tomorrow? And she graciously said yes, and we're going to play it here right now. So this is an artist we haven't heard before here on the show because it's her first song. It is called So I'm Telling You, and Kyan says, my song is about breakups and how hard they can be even when you know it's the right thing to do. And it was recorded right here in Adelaide, which is super cool. So let's jump in, take a listen to this. I think you're going to really dig it. This is Kyan Burns with So I'm Telling You on Your Music Live.
I already know you're gonna be something someday. It's a cold-hearted world, but you get through it style and grace. I want you to know it's okay not to be okay. It won't last forever, you might bend but you won't break. Nobody told me love could hurt. Nobody said that I could break a heart. Nobody told me just how bitter tears will taste. Nobody said the good was worth all the pain. I never knew, so I'm telling you. So I'm telling you. Friends will come and go, but you'll find a few to keep close. Some you'll only see on the holidays, and it feels like you never left home. Money won't pull you in and keep you warm when it's getting cold. Living with an open heart is worth more than gold. And nobody told me love could hurt. And nobody said that I could break a heart. And nobody told me just how bitter tears would taste. Nobody said the good was worth all the pain. I never knew, so I'm telling you. Something someday. And nobody told me love could hurt. And nobody said that I could
Yes, Bear. So I did follow Kyan, and it looks like she's getting some airplay on some local radio stations. Not surprisingly, because a very cool tune, yeah. And I agree, lots of Adelaide talent to have Samantha Edge and now Kyan Burns on the show today. So thank you everyone for being here. If you want to check out that song in its entirety, as well as all of the other music that we featured on today's show, all you need to do is jump down into the description. Thank you so much to our sponsors, DistroKid, who help keep the lights on here at Studio Live today. And please, be kind to yourselves this week. Be kind to others. Keep creating. And I'll see you real soon. Bye for now, everyone. Love you lots.